Hello friends, in the previous video we learnt about single circulation, double circulation. This is Veena and you are watching Veena's Medigrade. Today we shall learn about the systolic and the diastolic pressure. Most of you must be having pump set at home. What happens when you connect a tube to the pump set? The water flows with great force. But if the force of the water is very high, what will happen? The tube will burst. Such type of system also occurs in our body. Something is pumped in our body. What is that? Blood is pumped in our body by the heart. So, and you know, our heart beats 72 times per minute. That means 100,000 times per day. And during this course, each heartbeat, it pumps half a cup of blood which flows through 120,000 capillaries, that is arteries, and it reaches to various parts of the body, and then again it comes to the heart via the veins. And what do you think is the driving force behind all this? The driving force behind all this is nothing but the blood pressure. Blood pressure is nothing but the pressure of the blood that is exerted against the arterial walls. You heard and you have learnt in the previous video, I have told you that when the impure blood, that is deoxygenated blood, is forced into the pulmonary artery from the right ventricle for oxygenation to the lungs, and the left ventricle, it pumps the oxygenated blood into the systemic aorta. This systemic aorta distributes to various parts of the body. You have learned this. So when the deoxygenated blood is pumped into the pulmonary artery and the oxygenated blood is pumped into the systemic aorta, it is at that time the pressure increases. The ventricles, with great pressure, they force the blood into the arteries, and this pressure is nothing but the blood pressure. And the blood pressure in the arteries is high, and as this blood is distributed by the systemic aorta to the different parts of the body and into the capillaries, slowly the blood pressure reduces, and by the time it comes to the veins, and when it comes to the veins back to the heart, the pressure is very less compared to the arteries. And this blood pressure is measured by the doctors by an instrument known as sphygmomanometer. This sphygmomanometer is just placed over the arm, and then the blood pressure is measured, and the doctors, they measure the blood pressure and they write it as 120/80. Now what is this 120/80? 120, that is the numerator. The numerator is the systolic pressure. Systolic pressure. And the denominator represents the diastolic pressure. So the numerator, that is 120, is the systolic pressure. This is the pressure where both the ventricles, that is the right ventricle and the left ventricle, they are pumping the blood into the arteries. The right ventricle is pumping the blood into the pulmonary artery, and the left ventricle is pumping the blood into the systemic aorta. It is at this time the pressure in our body in the heart is 120. And how do you think the arteries are able to withstand this high pressure? They are not bursting, as the tube was pumped into the pump set, and when the force is high, the tube will burst. There you have you must have observed. But here it does not happen, sir. The arteries don't burst usually. Why? It is because the arteries are elastic and they are made up of muscle fibers. So when the blood is forced into the arteries, the arterial wall, they start stretching. They stretch and they allow the blood to flow into the arteries, and within few seconds after pumping the blood, the heart comes back to rest position, that is diastolic position, and during that time again the arteries come back to the normal position. Because of this elasticity of the arteries, and because it is made up of muscle fibers, the arteries are able to withstand the pressure of the blood flow. And The diastolic pressure is nothing but when the pressure is at the rest position. So usually every human being has his blood pressure, and this blood pressure is maintained up to 120/80. And if this pressure is maintained in such a way, it's okay. But many times it happens that there are no symptoms in the body, or sometimes some people develop symptoms, some people do not develop any symptoms, and the person develops high blood pressure. That is when the reading is more than 120 and here it is more than 80, then the person is said to develop high blood pressure. And this, or hypertension, this hypertension is also known as silent killer. You know why it is silent killer? Because in many people there are no symptoms observed, but the person will be having this hypertension in his body. That is, he has a high BP. Only when it aggravates and becomes very high, then the symptoms come out in the form of heart attack or kidney failure, all such type of things. Then the person will come to know. So hypertension is also known as silent killer. Now, what could be the reasons for this hypertension? Let us learn. In the class 10 standard, that is usually the question is asked, what is blood pressure? That you all know just now, and you have learned just now what is blood pressure, and what are the reasons for blood pressure, and how do we control it. So this is a common question asked every time during the 10th class board exam. So let us learn what are the reasons. The first reason, one reason could be obesity. The second reason could be diabetes. Then the third reason could be when there is a family history. In the family history, there is the people are having high BP, then 50% chances are there for the next generation to develop high blood pressure. Then the next reason could be when the person is eating high food, that is fatty foods. Then you know, fatty foods, most of the foods, they have lot of cholesterol, and this cholesterol they get deposited on the walls of the arteries, and when they get deposited on the walls of the arteries, these arteries, they become stiff, they are no longer elastic, and so when the blood is forced with great pressure, they cannot like stretch themselves, and so there are many chances of those people developing heart attack, because the pressure is very high in the arteries. So, and due to the deposition of cholesterol or fats in their arterial walls. And then another reason could be when the people are continuously smoking or addicted to alcohol. Such type of people also develop high blood pressure. There are other set of people who are mostly continuously in emotional stress. People have told something, they take it into themselves, and then they start feeling stress. So this is when people are continuously in emotional stress, then also they develop high BP. Or if the people are under stress and strain for a long time, then also they develop high blood pressure. So these are few reasons how people can develop high blood pressure. Then the other reason also is when the kidneys sometimes they fail, or they stop working properly, they don't work properly, then also a person develops high blood pressure. And then now let us learn what are the how can we control them. Like every person wants to live happy, he wants to live a healthy life, and so how do you control it? So you can control it like you have to maintain your weight by taking having regular exercise. So regular exercise is a must, so that you maintain your body weight. Then people also develop BP due to excess salt intake. So reduce the salt intake in your food, reduce fatty foods in your diet, maintain your diet, proper diet, and then also go for a regular checkup, at least annually. Once you go for checkup, and if possible can also go 6 months, you can go for 6 months for a checkup and get your BP checked, so that you can take regular continuous precautions and take care of your health. And then the other person should try to stop if he is smoking, and if he is addicted to alcohol, then he should have a control over it, and only then he can control his blood pressure. Then take proper medicines, appropriate medicines if you have already developed high blood pressure in you. And then another reason, another thing, how can you control your emotional stress? Emotional stress usually, and stress and strain conditions can be controlled by meditation, practicing meditation, or staying in relaxed way, trying to stay happy, listening to music, and then keeping yourself happy, and try to relax your body so that your blood pressure always is in normal state. So these are the various reasons, ways how you can control your BP, and then try to stay healthy. And because everybody, the main motto is to stay healthy and remain happy in your lives. So keep watching and then keep learning till you get your further videos. Hope this video is very helpful. If it is very helpful, then just click on the like button, and then also try to also subscribe the channel so that you are acquainted with more videos. And then it is also a motivation to me that I also get motivated when you place your comments or your likes or your subscribe the channel. It is a motivation for me so that I make many more videos for you. Thank you, friends.